Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome. My name is Ceranise, Coach Ceranise. I am the one and only credit rehab nurse, aka credit repair coach. Today, we have a special presentation for you. You probably know that we are specialized in personal credit and also business credit. Today, you have the opportunity to meet the co-founders of our company who's going to explain to you how we help you win with money when it comes to business credit. So it's going to be short. Well, when I say short, less than 30 minutes. I need your undivided attention to watch and see how we are really taking the industry by storm. We are the first company that has the concept of using AI, artificial intelligence, to help people win with money and get funded and grow their businesses and build wealth. Stay here and watch. And once the co-founders are done explaining how we help our clients, then I'll come back and just close this out for you.
Success team, where your funding partners and your commercial credit coaches are going to come into play. We're going to discuss that tonight. He also manages the team for web development, application development, as well as some other things that we have in the pipeline, future offerings. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and jump in. This is going to be just a high-level overview and demonstration of the FundUp platform. I know a number of you on the call have used other business credit builders in the past, and we have varying levels of knowledge when it comes to commercial credit. So save all your questions for the end or drop them in the chat. We'll just take a couple minutes at the end to go over questions, but I hope you find this enjoyable and informative. I'm going to share my screen. Look at that. Someone already made me co-host. I love it. So when your client goes to your replicated link and signs up for FundUp commercial credit building platform, they're going to get an email, and that email is going to ask them to access the system and begin their success scan. Now, I actually have a live demonstration that's in the platform already. It's already an account, but I'm going to walk you through setting that account up. So I'm just going to share with you quickly what a success scan looks like. So when your client first gets the email, this is what it is. It's a funding pre-qualification and business success scan. Your clients are going to walk through a number of questions about their business and their personal lives, and it looks like this. But ultimately, this is what it is. So on the back end, this is someone that's already done their success scan, and I'm looking at the success scan after I've logged in. And the reason why I'm doing that, again, this is a demo account, but this is a live business. We're just going to walk through this together, and I've plugged some information here on a real business, and I'll select the actual business actually because I never selected that. And as soon as I select my business, it'll tell me on this business I have 0 reporting trade lines, but I do have a business credit score, and I do have a Profile Plus available, and we'll discuss that here momentarily as well. And I'm just going to save this now that I have all the business information in. Now, what the Business Success Scan does is it takes all of the information about your business and it runs it through the 12 basic pillars of commercial credit, right? First, it's going to take you through lender compliance. So there's 13 things that lenders in every category of lending, whether it be merchant, cash advance, equipment factoring, look at to determine the fundability. And it creates a fundability index. And we'll discuss that here in a minute. And then what your client is going to see is their success dashboard. And on every single page in the platform, they're going to have this virtual success coach here as well, where they can click play and it will tell them what to do next. But we're going to jump right into lender compliance because we see that that's our first step. So what the lender compliance is going to do is based on the success scan, again, those 150 points of data that the system is pulling from across the internet, it's going to either say you're good on this or you need work. So I see that I need work on my phones and my 401 directory listing. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. And inside of here, it's going to tell me what it is that I need to do specifically. So the compliance item fix is that I need an FCC listed phone number. So I could go ahead and sign up for a phone number that's listed with the Federal Communications Commission directly through the platform. Great, fantastic. The reason why it's telling me this is because, and again, this is a live business, the number that I use for this business, this is a DMV service here in Las Vegas, the number that I use is actually a free Google phone number, right? And that's not compliant for lender compliance. So that's why it's telling me that I need a real phone number. If I were to put in a different phone number, like my cell phone, it would tell me that's a cell phone. And that's a compliance issue with lenders. So it actually pulls data in live real time to determine whether or not the information provided is good enough to sustain and meet the requirements of the lenders. Now, again, inside of this platform, we have over 150 vendors and 3,000 lenders. Okay, so when I say 150 vendors, I mean vendors for the items that you're going to need to build your business credit and to get in compliance, but 3,000 lenders, which offer net 30 starter accounts all the way up to commercial real estate financing, and 3 independent business funding houses, clearing houses for business loans. So there's a lot of opportunity inside of this business or inside of this platform. So I could go ahead and I could go through here and say, yes, my phone number is listed in 411. I'm going to keep this here for now. If I had an 800 number, I could put that here. If I wanted to say, no, my phone number has not been listed with the directory services 411, but I would like the business to do that, well, they could go ahead and click that and we would take care of that automatically in the back end. The next thing that I have to work on is the website and email. So again, I have a website here. Credit providers check to see if you have a business domain and a professional email address, and I do. The reason why this is not coming back as clear is because this is not a real email address. The system cannot verify that email address. So although we do have real email for this business, it's telling me, hey, that's not good enough because you can't operate a business where it's Ryan's DMV service at Gmail. It needs to be at your top level domain. Your top level domain is your domain, right? So at, in this case, easydmvmv.com. So again, your clients are going to walk through each and every single one of these items. It is connected with the IRS so that they could get their EIN number directly through the platform. Again, as long as the IRS's website is open at that time, because there are hours of availability on the IRS's website for your SS4, for your EIN numbers. If we've gotten all the required documentation and licensing. So yes, this is one thing that the system right now cannot validate because there's so many different types. Because this could, if it's a medical doctor, right, we can't validate that. If it's a lawyer, we can't validate that they have their license with their state bar. Yeah, in some areas we can, but most of them we cannot, because that information is not publicly available. And a lot of the bar associations across the US do not have public access APIs, but it's something that we're always working on. So this system is going to take a level of input from your clients to walk them through. And again, you just walk all the way through the lender compliance. Then you get to the getting approved part, and it starts to talk about your business finances, right? Starts to talk about your business plan. It will ask you about your assets and your business's assets. It will ask you about it will actually ask you about your bank rating and teach your clients about their bank ratings. Not a lot of people who are not really heavily involved in commercial lending know that in real time, a credit provider for a business can pull your average balance from your bank without your authorization, because consumer privacy laws don't apply to businesses. So if you don't have an average bank or an average daily balance of $10,000 to $40,000 a month in your business bank account, in your business name, you're going to have a harder time. This is a low 5 bank rating, and that's why it's red. And it teaches your client about everything that they need to do, right? And it asks you, what's the balance that you've maintained for the last 3 months? So we'll put 18,000. Perfect. Whoops. And we'll save and continue. So it walks you through all of this. Now, once you have your bank rating, it's going to start asking about comparable credit, et cetera, and so forth. It asks you every step of the way. Now, once you've completed all of your lender compliance, and there's a lot in here, we've kind of skipped through it, but there is a whole lot that your clients are going to have to go through. And again, that's why we have Reynolds' team with the commercial credit coaching. And again, as you guys become more involved, you're going to be the commercial credit coach for your clients, right? This is one of the reasons why you're going to all go through the certification process with the UCPA, so you can learn these items and then be a better partner for your clients, right? But they're going to walk through everything on their compliance list, and then they're going to go into their optimizing or their optimization of their reporting. The optimization of reporting is going to check their credit status from Experian, Credit Safe, Equifax, and Dun and Bradstreet. It's going to aggregate all of their business scores together at the very end of it all. And then you're going to aggregate here. So you'll put here, 10, 17, and we're going to go high on this one, 98. 10 and 17 are very, very low. Based on the information that's available here in this screen that your clients are pulling, going through all of these different options and identifying their areas of opportunity, the system is then going to start matching them with vendors. So again, once they've worked through the process of optimizing their reporting, then they're going to move in to building credit. Now, based on what is found in the success scan, a number of your clients will be pre-approved. Our system is built out to pre-approve your clients for things. If they're pre-approved, a member of our credit success team is going to reach out to them and tell them what they're pre-approved for. If they want to take advantage of that and then they get approved for something, you as the affiliate who brought them into the platform are going to earn a commission of that. Okay. And that is all outlined in the compensation schedule for affiliates. Now, when they're in the building credit platform, if they weren't pre-approved, it's going to start with your net 30, right? Your starter net 30s. And the way that this is broke down is by starters, right? So maybe I want the business t-shirt club and creative analytics, and I don't need the gold, actually. I don't need the lows. I don't need tools. I don't know why these are. We'll keep Quill. I don't need the fleet card. I don't need the office supplies. Holy moly. As you can see, we have a lot, right? And your business owners and your clients and your partners are going to want to go through here and identify the people that they're actually going to use, because part of building business credit is utilization. These are trade lines, net 30 trade lines. And if you're not familiar with that, that just means it's an unsecured line of credit to a store where they're able to purchase supplies or whatever the vendor offers. It could be a service. And then they get billed on net 30 terms. They don't have to pay for it right away, but they have to pay the invoices due, the net invoices due in 30 days. That's what net 30 is. These, for the majority of them, do not require personal guarantees. If they do, it will tell you directly in here. Like for Office Garner, it's a $79 annual fee. Approved most businesses, you have to be at least 1 month old and have all items of lender compliance completed, and a minimum of $50 order required for reporting. Okay, so make sure again that they're reading these, and that you, as you go through the platform yourself, are learning what the different requirements are for different lenders. But you don't have to memorize them all, because as you can see, they're right here. So these are the starter ones. I'm going to click save and continue. Now it's going to walk me through high tech partners. Advanced Auto Parts, I don't want that. Apple net 30, yep, want a new MacBook. Best Buy, I don't want that anymore. Maybe I want some new iPhones, fantastic. So I'll go through AT&T, Paramount Payment Systems, I don't need POS. Okay, great. Now, office cleaning, I don't need any cleaning, so I'm going to skip all the way through these. I don't need any cleaning supplies for my business, it's virtual. Building and industrial, right? First Source, Barnett. Again, there's a ton in here. Maybe I need some floor and decor, need some new carpet. Great. Okay, I'll just skip through all of these here. And then we have retail and fleet, right? Amazon Net 55 accounts, Arco, maybe I want an Arco card. Skip through the rest of them. Again, fleet, meaning, gas cards for the majority of them. But it's not just fleet, there's a lot in here. And then here it takes me to my selected vendors I've selected. And it walks me through signing up for each one of them. So each one of these partners, now that I've selected which starter vendors I want to utilize, I can go directly from here. For most of them, you'll see here, like with Apple and AT&T, you're required to go in. They no longer offer online. So you're required to visit their office. But for most of them, you're going to sign up directly online. Once you've signed up for them, you just simply save and continue. And now that's taking me back to my dashboard, and I could see here that I've pre-qualified for 9. These are the ones that I want to apply for. So I can go back into here and I can look at all of the different funding programs now based on what I've done in these three that I'm pre-qualified for. So I'm pre-qualified for business credit cards. And I can apply for this business credit card directly through here. This is not a credit inquiry on your client. This is simply going to contact our funding team, and our funding team is going to contact your client and advise them on which credit cards they're going to have the best opportunity for. Same thing with business term loans, credit union loans, et cetera, and so forth, SBA, all of it. Okay. It will show them what they're pre-qualified for and what they have not met. So let's say I want to get a real estate mortgage. I want to buy a building for my business. If I click on this, it's going to tell me exactly what I need to do, right? I need to be receiving payments from a mortgage note on real estate because this is actually a real estate note loan. So if I want to have factoring, I don't have any open invoices to factor, right? So it'll tell me exactly what I need to do to unlock that particular portion. Now, my online analysis, continuing further, it's actually going to pull in real time what my web presence score is out of 100. And it's going to tell me technical items that I can do on my website in real time to increase my likelihood of being found online. Okay, because lenders and vendors look at things such as online reputation, search engine placement, and that's where all of this ties in. So I have my web rating score. It'll tell me how to optimize my web rating score and where I can get help to do so, et cetera, and so forth. Now, let's say I have gone through this entire platform. And again, I'm running through this very quickly, but there is a lot of information through here or on here. And it's not something that your clients can really just click through. This is a demo. So all of this is unlocked and I'm able to go through it, right? They actually have to work the steps to unlock the next steps, et cetera, and so forth. Now, let's look at this NAP validation. Again, another one that people often miss out on. If I can get it to work here. My NAP validation is my name, address, and phone number. That's my 411 listing. Apparently it's not going to work because my internet's bugging out, but it will tell you what you need to do to fix your 411 listings, your name, address, and phone number for your business. Now, I can actually go in here if I can get this to work. Why is this not working? Bear with me. I'm going to reload here. Maybe I'm not. I'm sorry, give me 1 second. My entire computer is now freezing. Can you guys still hear me? Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me if I'm talking to myself. All right, I see you guys chatting here. Give me a moment. All right, well, we made it through most of it. All I was going to show you at the very end there, because I can't figure out what's going on with this right now. Reynold, if you can ping the team and see if there's something wrong with the system. I don't think there is because it's still working on my phone. I think it's my computer. But the last thing that I wanted to show you guys on the platform is that we have a business valuation tool, right? So in business, exit strategy is very, very important. And let's say that your client has worked all the way through the platform. They've become fundable. They've received the funding that they're looking for, the aggregate funding, right? Maybe they wanted to buy a building, maybe they wanted merchant cash advance, whatever. They've gotten access to that capital. The system will then allow them to go in and build out a business valuation based on a multiplier set by the system of SDE. If you're not familiar with SDE, that's seller's discretionary earnings, and that's the common business valuation model for businesses with less than $5 million in annual revenue. If your client has more than $5 million in annual revenue, the system will automatically put them in contact with a business valuation professional on our team if they're interested in getting a quote or evaluation on what their business is worth. In a nutshell, that's how the platform works. I know this is very high level and very, very fast. So if you're excited about this platform and you think that your clients are going to find value in this, drop a 1 in the chat for me. Excellent. I love to see it. Now, I'm sure we have some questions. So I'm going to call on my co-host with me here. Whoever is here to kind of help me moderate this. If you have a question, put your hand up and we'll call you to unmute yourself and I'll answer any questions that you have. I got anyone with a hand up?
Yeah, you can raise your hand and then we'll mute you.
I see a couple of hands up. So whoever wants to be unmuted first, that's fine.
Carla?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You guys
Yes,
hear
I
me
can.
okay?
Mhm.
Okay, here. I thought it.
I can hear you, Carla. Go ahead. Can you hear me?
Carla, you can ask.
I don't know if she could hear us.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, let's go to another one. Zoom user?
Yeah, this is Ken. Hi.
Ken, what's up, my man? How are you?
Good. How about people that has multiple businesses?
If they have multiple businesses, the platform is really only built for one business at a time. They can enroll in it more than once, but they're going to have to pay that fee more than once. With that being said, if you have a business customer's got like 4 or 5 businesses, something like that in bulk, on a one-off situation like that, we could probably work some sort of deal out with them to give them bulk licensing. That would be something that I would want corporate to directly work with the affiliate on, as bulk licensing discounts would affect your commission. So that would be something that we'd work very closely on with you, but we're open to that. Absolutely.
Okay. Thanks, sir. Thank you.
Mhm. Sean? Oh, that was hand went down. You got a question for me, Sean? No? We could try. Or Michelle.
Hey, sorry about that, Ryan.
Sean, there.
Yeah, I apologize for that. Just a question, 2 questions.
Yeah.
One, is this would this platform be primarily for small businesses, or would also like mid-sized businesses use this as well? Let's say if I had like for small businesses, you had like at least 500 people, and then you had mid-size, which would be probably 5,000 or something like that.
Mid-sized businesses can utilize the platform. The sweet spot is going to be businesses that have $5 million or less in annual revenue. That's going to be the sweet spot. If they have more than that, if it's mid-sized business, they have 1,000, 1,200 employees, they're more than likely going to need commercial capital on a larger scale than what this system is built around helping people establish. It's more about establishing. If you made it to that point, of 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 employees, you probably have pretty substantial operations, and you probably already have some level of commercial credit. But our funding advisors can absolutely still work with them. I just don't know if putting them in the platform is going to be to their benefit.
I get you. Also, like, let's say, like, would we have like can we have access to the dashboard? Just for like, testing purposes and like, to get familiar with it. So let's say if the clients have a question, we can like, guide them and like, show them how each function works and everything else like that.
That's something that we could do. Yeah, we can create an affiliate demonstration login so you guys can go in and demo the platform to potential clients. We could also make like a pre-recorded webinar that you can point them to if you don't want to be caught asking questions that you don't know the answer to.
Cool.
However best we could support our affiliates is what we want to do. So that's a great idea.
Awesome. Cool, man.
Yep. All right. Michelle, you got your hand up. Go ahead.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I have a question. I have a business, a small business, which I launched back in June, 7 months ago. And I'm also a life insurance agent by profession. How can I utilize this system?
So if you have a business entity, and you're utilizing your business entity for profit, not just as a tax shelter or haven, then you can utilize this platform to gain access to commercial credit, right? Because inside of commercial credit, there's a number of opportunities to leverage the power of OPM, right? So like what I like to call OPM, other people's money, to create additional streams of income. For instance, and this is a use case that I know I'm very familiar with. You can go to a car dealership and network with car salespeople, because I guarantee you, especially in today's economy, in today's market, because it's all the hype, is they're having people walk in several times a month wanting to buy their fifth, sixth, seventh open auto because they're turning around and putting these cars on Turo, right? Those people need to be educated about setting up an LLC and accessing commercial credit through our lending partners to get business loans on cars without personal guarantees. So that's like, one use case. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's about creating separation and limiting your liability, right? If you're in business, if you're an enterprise, doesn't matter what you're doing, right? Even as an independent life insurance agent, you could potentially be held liable for something, right? That's why E&O insurance exists, errors and omissions. So you need to have an LLC or another type of legal entity to protect your personal assets should anyone want to sue your business for any sort of, tortious claim. But this system is predicated around helping people build commercial credit or business credit profiles, rather, to allow them access to OPM, which is other people's money, right? Once you have access to OPM, then you can leverage other people's money to create additional income sources, right? Start an Airbnb business, start a tax advisory service, start a notary service, start a DMV or multi-service, do whatever you want, start a Turo business, etc. So that's what the platform is predicated around, in educating people on how to do it and leveraging the power of technology to build and then tap into our network of funding providers and business vendors.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, all right. Congratulations. You stuck around to the end. Congratulations to you and welcome to Business Credit. We are the only one you can trust with your business credit. If you would like more or the rest of this recording, I'm going to share the email address where you can submit a request, where we can definitely send you the rest of this recording. The rest of it is pretty much Q&A, just Q&A about, how the company can assist different people. For any questions, if you would like the full recording of this video from the co-founder, I can get it to you by email. Here's the email you can email us at, and someone will get a copy to you. Again, congratulations and welcome to Business Credit Done Right for You. This is your girl, Coach Ceranise, the one and only credit rehab nurse, and we're here to serve.